Hello everyone, Time to Grind here, and today I wanted to talk about Inmost. And Inmost is a masterpiece of a game. I enjoy a ton of games, but there are some games that I think are just like the highest form of art imaginable and belong in a museum or something. Two games that come to my mind are Undertale and Gris, but this is easily another one that could belong in a museum, and it is also easily in my top 3 games of 2020 so far. But before we get into the review though, I do just want to quickly let you guys know that I was given an early copy of the game in order to make a review for you guys. I never let that influence my reviews, I just like staying as transparent as possible for you all. So Inmost is an extremely emotional and atmospheric puzzle platformer, and it is really heavily narrative driven, so I do want to say right off the bat that this is a spoiler-free review. It is one of the games like Undertale or Gris that you should really just experience for yourself firsthand. So what I'm going to be doing is just giving you a very kind of at-a-glance intro into the game, but I'm going to refrain from spoiling any major spoilers because I truly think that it would be a disservice to you guys if I didn't let you experience this masterpiece for yourself. So the game starts out kind of painting this world as a super spooky and dying world where everything is just dying and there's monsters trying to harvest fear in people, and there's kind of like this post-apocalyptic kind of horror setting, and it's very intriguing and interesting. And so there are 3 main characters that the game kind of switches between. First, you have a wanderer that's kind of just searching for answers in this whole world, and this is where most of the puzzle platforming aspects of the game come in. Between a lot of the narrative stuff, you're solving little puzzles here and there, and they're actually pretty clever, but they never get too difficult to do. And obviously you're doing a lot of platforming in this part as well. And there's also a little bit of super linear Metroidvania mechanics in this part where you'll need to find some items to get through certain areas, but it is very linear, but that's totally fine because it is super baked into the narrative. I just really liked that it resembled kind of a little bit of a mini Metroidvania at times. Then sometimes, because of the narrative, you'll switch characters to a Nightlight character that's killing a lot of the monsters and also doing some kind of not so nice things that I won't spoil. And this is pretty much the only combat in the entire game. It's a lot faster paced, and for the most part though, the gameplay is kind of super simplistic, but you know, the point of the game isn't to have super exciting combat, it's to tell this narrative, so this kind of just helps, you know, speed up the pacing a little bit at times and kind of break up the game. And these parts never last too long, so it doesn't get super old. And the last main character you'll switch out at times is a child that lives in a really spooky house with some kind of spooky and sad things going on in the house, and it's kind of this mystery that you're trying to solve, and you slowly start discovering the secrets of what's going on in the house. And so it keeps switching between these characters, providing completely different types of experiences. The thing is though, is it does it all for very specific purposes of moving the narrative along. And at first you don't really know what's happening in this world and what the story and the game is trying to tell you, but you slowly piece by piece start getting things, and then the game starts picking up pace and just a ton of crazy things start happening, and it's just so incredible. And like I said, I refuse to spoil the main part about the game, which is just, you know, the experience of playing it on your own without major spoilers, but I need to get across how insanely good this game is. It is a super intimate story that is pretty heavy, honestly, and the Steam page even has a disclaimer for that, so, you know, don't go into it expecting some super upbeat, happy game. You know, it's really dark, but it is right up there with games like Undertale or Gris in terms of just masterpiece gems of games. The game is only about 3 to 4 hours to beat the main game, and there is some kind of like extra unlockables you can make sure you get to 100% the game if you wanted for more, you know, just playability. And the art is just breathtaking. You know, it's this super nice pixel art that's really dark, yet it still somehow looks really beautiful and stunning. And the soundtrack is also insanely good, and it really adds to the game. One of the best soundtracks I think I have heard in 2020. The game says that it should be played in one sitting in the dark, especially on a rainy day, and I totally agree. So if this game interests you, and you can, just after watching this, don't watch any more reviews, don't read any more articles, stop watching trailers and looking at screenshots for this game, and just go get the game and play it all in one sitting if you can, especially in a dark room on a rainy day, and just enjoy yourself. This game is fantastic. And so I know this is kind of a shorter review than normal because I can't go super in depth into what makes this game crazy amazing, you know, beyond some of the base level stuff, because I don't want to spoil it. But it's just a super emotional and, you know, really thought-provoking, you know, type of game that's just super unique, and, you know, it is a work of art and a masterpiece. And I mean, it should be on, you know, required reading lists in certain, you know, high school curriculums. You know, honestly, I would go that far. It is super impactful, and it really, you know, affected me, and I really enjoy this game. And if you guys have played Inmost, or just from watching gameplay, I would love to know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I love having conversations with you guys, and I try to respond to as many people as possible. And if you enjoyed this video, then consider leaving a like down below and subscribing to see more content. I make about 2 to 3 video reviews a week just on a wide variety of games, especially a lot of indie games, so if you like more of this, you know, subscribe to see more. And if you guys are having a great day today, I hope you continue having a great day. If you guys aren't having a great day, I hope you guys start having a great day. But either way, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. See you guys next time.